I have a long attention span for things that I'm interested in. So
like
I can
what?
I'm not gonna.
No. Because him and I were talking about this, and I was trying to prep this interview. But this man is he's a busy man. He's running a studio. He's running a show here at 2018 South Open Dance Sport Championships. The man is legendary. Eugene Katsevman. Let me ask you a question, very quick one. Did you become a world champion in Latin?
Never.
Why?
That's a good question. I don't think that's a question for me.
Does it touch something on the inside?
Truthfully, I think everybody in the end follows the dreams they have as kids. Your childhood dreams and your aspirations are the most valuable, and I think they ring truest for you. And when me and Masha started, we were lucky that we had the same dreams and ambitions, and we never talked about being first or gold medals, but we did want to be the best, and this I'm pretty sure you're still doing it. You're still doing it. Yeah,
you're still one of the couples who stayed together for a very long time, as well as you are still dancing.
If I look back and think about who we are and what we really wanted to do, we don't have any regrets.
Talent. What is talent to you?
Oh, that's why you're asking me difficult philosophical questions.
Why? Listen, I'd like to take this opportunity and use it completely. That's what I'm doing.
Books and books written about on this subject.
On this subject matter, absolutely. But I'd like to hear your opinion about this.
I think in the end of the day, everybody has different kinds of talents and abilities. But ultimately, what pays off is a combination of passion and perseverance. So it doesn't really matter if you have certain physical abilities or not. If you really want to do it and you're passionate enough about it and you put in enough work, it will work out. In my case, for example, talent is an interesting subject because I remember clearly in my earlier days, I remember clearly being called untalented.
Really?
By even my teachers. And I also remember a point in my dancing where overnight I was called very talented by
so
everybody.
Just went from one to the other.
So I was not talented 1 month, and then next month I was super talented. So just based on that, I don't really give too much stock to the idea of talent. I just know that if you have a heart for it and then you work hard enough, you in the end look talented.
Would you say it would be the perception of other people?
Yeah, I think it's skill coupled with what people have inside of them going on. So it's passion, soul, and an acquired skill that in combination I think gives that impression of otherworldly ability or talent.
In your opinion, a person could have different kinds of talents or passions.
Totally. You can have a physical talent. You can have I for example feel I have a lot of emotional energy.
Oh, how so? Elaborate more.
I have a long attention span for things that I'm interested in. So
like what?
I'm not gonna.
No, come on.
But whatever I like to do, I give it 100%. So people know one of my hobbies when I'm home is video games.
I've heard about that actually. I spoke to your sister about
this.
And
the thing is, I'm really good at it. But the reason I'm good is not because I practice and I want to be good, but because I really enjoy spending time, and when I do it, I give it my full attention.
So what is your favorite game?
As a result, I play a few
FIFA.
Things, FIFA probably.
That's it. We touched on the subject right there.
I do it with full attention and enjoyment. That's what in the end makes I get good at it just by default. But I don't feel for a second that I work or practice. And it was the same with our dancing. People say all this sacrifice, all this hard work. And then we go like, what sacrifice? I don't feel like we worked a day in our lives. We just do what we love, and then what you get is the result of that. I think the satisfaction of accomplishment, the audience, the recognition of your peers, your own feeling that you do what you want to do, and then that is important. Of course, the result helps, but I think people who care about the result, they tend to be ultimately less artistically inclined people.
I see,
So they,
yes.
they need a result for validation of their career. But if you are, in the end of the day, successful and busy, and people want you, and you have a lot of work, I mean, what difference a title would make? And then there's a lot of people with titles who are not working. I'm sure it strokes them that they have it on their shelf, but it still doesn't pay the bills.
Now, going back to dancing for just a moment there, how do you spot a talented dancer?
You know, people don't realize how many years of teaching we've put in, because usually you think, you know, people finish dancing and then they start teaching, but we've been lucky that we had an opportunity to teach at the same time as we started dancing. We've taught so many kids and accomplished so many great results with them, and I've been wrong so many times about people that I've told myself I'll never pass a judgment on a kid again.
So you would just keep an open mind?
Absolutely, because there's so many people proved me wrong. If I think back, I am one of them. You know, I am one of those kids who didn't look like anything at all. Later years in our career, in practice, when people saw us in practice and on the lessons, we never looked like much. But then when we got out on the comp, everybody couldn't believe where all of this is coming from. And I don't know where it's coming from, but I know the experience.
Call it experience, passion, or perseverance. Eugene's Katsevman opinion on this subject matter. What is talent? And Eugene, thank you very much for giving it a little bit of inside information.
Insightful questions, very deep.
Good.
I was not prepared.
And I'm glad that I had a chance to ask them. Eugene Katsevman, Igor Shavarov here at 2018 South Open Dance Sport Championships. See you guys.